up, Lakers fans?
What up, Lakers fam?
Laker fans.
Let's go, Lakers!
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
We ballin'. But it's purple, hard as well, baby.
LA, I got us. Who with me? Let's roll.
Oh yeah, you already know.
You know what they yell when they see me?
Hurling go, hurling go.
This is Dying's on my way to the
Slam dunk.
Gonna hate her like who
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Champions of the spot. Watch how they watch us. Meet me at the top.
LA, baby.
Nah, we ain't gon' stop. LA be like, Laker fans like, LA be like.
We ballin'. Ain't nobody in the world that can stop us now. We ballin'. It's all purple and gold, baby. It's all purple and gold.
What it do, Lakers crew, Lakers nation, stand up, stand up, stand up. Purple and gold till we die. Purple and gold we ride. I bleed purple. My heart beats gold, baby. It's Lakers over everything. Welcome in. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're not new to it, but you're too true to it, welcome back, man. Y'all know how we do it over here. Lakers Nation, baby. Let's go. LOE fam. Welcome back. Another edition of Lakers Chat Live, man. We're going to have ourselves a good old time for about the next hour. We're going to break down the Lakers schedule. We're talking all things Lakers schedule, baby. Of course, schedule dropped today. But before we get to that, man, are you guys excited, bro? Are you excited, man? We're a good 5-6 weeks away from training camp. Can you smell it? Can you feel it? Can you taste it? Can you hear it, baby? Your senses, all your spidey senses should be gone because it's inching closer and closer to the 2022-2023 season, man. I can't wait till it gets here. I'm super pumped, super excited, man. We got to rid ourselves of last year, bro. We got to rid ourselves of that. So, man, I cannot wait. I know we still got some work to do, man. We're still waiting to move Russ. We still got some work to do on this roster, man. Something's going to shake real soon. Real soon. I said real soon, baby. Welcome in, man. Let me get myself situated here. Again, we're going to go about 30, 45 minutes. Talk Lakers schedule, but before we do, we got some more news to talk about, man. We had a few pieces of news that dropped today, man. We did, man. So let's dive right in, man. Let's get to it. First, let's talk some LeBron James, y'all. LeBron James. What up, Reds, dog? Salute to you, bro. Welcome in. We're talking Lakers schedule, but before we do, we did have some news that dropped today. So we got to talk about that real fast. We went live for a little bit earlier when it happened. But if you didn't know, LeBron James has signed his extension, baby. Yes, LeBron has signed his 2-year, $97.1 million extension. He does have a player option for the 2024-2025 season, but LeBron James will be a Laker, guaranteed for the next 2 seasons, baby. So, yes, he'll finish out his initial contract. The last extension he signed, he'll finish that out this year. And then on next year, that'll be the first year of the new contract. And then we'll see what happens when 2024-2025 comes. But King James, salute to King James. He will be a Laker at least for the next 2 years. So for season, his 20th season and his 21st season, we will get to see LeBron James, and we're going to see some special things happen next year. As he chases Kareem, the watch is on, the countdown is on, baby. He's coming for Kareem. He's coming for Cap. He's coming for that record. So that was the first other piece of news. LeBron James, I don't know how you guys all feel about that. I know, Reg Dog, you joined us in the live earlier when we talked about it a little bit, so I know your thoughts on it. But everybody else, man, if you're watching the replay, if you're in the live stream, whatever the case may be, man, let me know your thoughts on how you guys feel about one King James. Some more news break. We had some more news break. We did have some more news break. The Lakers have announced today that they will be retiring 2-time Lakers champion Pau Gasol, number 16 jersey. Yes. Pau will be hanging up there with the greats, man. And I'm assuming he's going to be right next to that 8, right next to that 24, his teammate, the Mamba, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. Pau Gasol's jersey will hang forever in the rafters of crypto.com arena. And man, it's well deserved. Two-time NBA champion, man. So salute to Pau Gasol. His jersey will be retired on March 7th, 2023 against Memphis, right? They nailed it there against Memphis, his former squad, man. Wow. I'm excited about that. I got to be in the building for that one, man. So salute to the great Pau Gasol, man. Pau Gasol. Red Sox said, I'm glad Bron signed. I was kind of worried at first that it was beef. Right, man. We had a lot of rumors saying that LeBron, he wasn't going to resign if we didn't get Kyrie. We had all kind of stuff going on. But, man, it looks like LeBron was committed, and LeBron and Jeannie, they were on the same page. And, man, now at least they know they got that locked up. So now we can move forward. Now with LeBron signing, we do lose that max cap space that we had next year. I think we did a little quick math on it earlier, but I think they'll have like around $20 million to play with next season. Which we'll cross that bridge when it comes. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if Kyrie's coming. We don't know what the case may be, man. We don't know what the case may be. So we'll talk about it another day. But yeah, I'm with you, Reg. I'm glad he signed as well. What up, Buck Skull gang in the house? What's up? Salute to you. Salute to Reg Dog as well. Yeah, man. Now let's dive right in, man. Let's talk about again. Salute to Pau Gasol. His jersey will be retired. His number 16 jersey will hang in the Raptors forever, man. March 7th, 2023 against Memphis Grizzlies. So make sure you guys check that out. Right now, rust removal is in full effect, baby. Yeah, we got LeBron locked up now. There's only one thing left to do before we dive into the 2022-2023 season. Get Russell Westbrook out of here, baby. Did we get max spot of Russ gone? No. So we don't get a max spot. Now we were gonna have some money to play with next summer. Now that LeBron's opted in or he signed, as of right now, moving to next year, LeBron and AD will be the only guys under contract. Now THT as well, but that he'll probably get moved. But I'm thinking now with LeBron's money and everything, AD's money, and then some other cap holds and stuff, I think we'll have about $20 million to play with. So we won't even have a max slot, man. The reason being is because we're already over the cap. So just trading Russ, that don't mean we're under the cap. That doesn't give us a max slot because we're over the cap. So much money already. So yeah, I think we did the math earlier, and I think we'll have like $20 million to play with next summer. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Thought it was $47 million. Yeah, it was, but LeBron signed that contract now. Now that LeBron signed the contract, that money shrinks down a little bit, so we won't have a max slot. With LeBron and AD on the roster, though, do you really need a max slot? $20 million? That's a lot of money to get a good quality player, and it opens up your full MLE, so you have another $10 million, $11 million. You can use that to go sign someone, and then it opens up another exception. So we'll cross that bridge when it comes. It's kind of hard to foresee that future because we don't know in this trade. We don't know if we're going to take on any salary. We don't know who's coming in. For instance, if we go out and we bring Kyrie in, then we're going to offer Kyrie a max slot. So then we're going to be back over the cap, So it just all depends. We got plenty of time to talk about it, though. We'll wait and see how things shake out, all right? But now let's dive right into this roster, man, what we're all here for. Let me pull it up. Okay, here we go. Let's dive right in. So October. Give me 1 second. Let me fix this screen behind me. All right, let's go. So here we go. October. Of course, the Lakers open up against the Golden State Warriors. October 18th, they are in Golden State. Up there, it's ring night, it's banner night, so the Lakers got to play spoiler, man. Of course, that's a nationally televised game. All eyes will be on the screens for that one, man. Golden State, LA, right off the bat, man. The Lakers can go up there and play spoiler, man. October 18th at Golden State. Let me see what you got. Let me see. Bro, you're very appreciate you, Reg Dog, man. I try. Yeah, we all hope Russ is gone. We all hope Russ is out of here, bro. We all hope he's out of here. But okay, so there we go. The October schedule is there on your screen for you. We open up at Golden State. Then our first game at the Crypt, Lakers versus the Clippers. Man, the redheaded stepchild. We know the Clippers get up when they play us. That's their NBA Finals. That's their Western Conference Finals. That's their Game 7. They get up for that. But hopefully we can change things a little bit. That'll be a nice one to come out the gates and let's win that one. October 20th. At the house, battle for LA, as they like to call it, although it's not too much of a battle because we got 17 hanging. We know what they got. So, yeah, 10-20 at the Crib. We're the home team against the Los Angeles Clippers. Everybody should be a go. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, of course, LeBron, AD. And then, whoever else we got, man, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. All right, October 23rd, we're at the house again for another one to take on Dame Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. They come into town. They come to town. So it's going to be Dame time in LA. That's going to be an exciting one. October 26th. We're at Denver. We hit the road and we go to Denver. That's a tough one right there, man. It's always tough to play in Denver with that elevation, all that good stuff. And we know Denver is a solid team, bro. We know they're a really, really good team. So that's going to be a nice test out the gate right there. 10-26 at Denver. 10-28 at Minnesota. We all know what Minnesota did this offseason. They went out and got themselves the defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert. So they're going to have that Twin Towers going. Rudy Gobert, of course, Karl Anthony Towns. We got ourselves a little Twin Towers as well. We got AD, we got Thomas Bryant, 2 7-footers, Damian Jones, maybe Miles Turner's on the way. I don't know. So that'll be real interesting. A nice matchup to see our little version of our Twin Towers versus their version of Twin Towers, man. And of course, they got some other young guys, Anthony Edwards, D'Lo, D'Angelo Russell. So that's gonna be a fun one, man. Let's see. Minnesota, they're trying to make moves, man. They're all in, right? So that'll be a fun one at Minnesota. And then the final game of October, on Halloween Eve, we come back to the Crib to take on Denver again. So we play Denver twice there at the end of the month. We play them on Denver, and we come back to the house and we play them on the 30th. No Halloween game this year. And that's wild because the Lakers always have a Halloween game, but none this year. Let's keep it rolling. So there we go. Golden State, LA Clippers, Portland Trail Blazers, Denver Nuggets, Minnesota Timberwolves, and then Denver again. So those are our first 6 games. Very, very good games, man. I expect all those teams that we play to be playoff teams, right? The Clippers, they're favorites. Of course, Golden State, they're favorites, man. So right off the gate, man, we got to come out the gate swinging, man. We can't come out crawling, man. We got to come out running, man. Hit the floor. Let's go. So there's those first 6. Let's keep it rolling. November, the first full month of the season. Let's dive right in. November 2nd, we play New Orleans, the New Orleans Pelicans. Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, Zion Williamson. So Staples Center, Crypto.com Arena is going to be rocking that night, man. New Orleans, young up and coming team. They're fighting. They're trying to take that next step and get them to the playoffs this year. So, man, that's going to be a nice one right there, man. That's going to be a nice one. That's November 2nd. November 14th, we play the Utah Jazz at the house. November 6th, we play the Cleveland Cavaliers at the house. Then it's our first back-to-back. The next night, November 7th, we're at Utah, so Utah again. And then November 9th, we got the Clippers again for the second time, but this time it's the Clippers are the home team. November 11th, we're back at the house against Sacramento. November 13th, we play Brooklyn. November 18th, we play Detroit. November 20th, we play the Spurs again at the house. And then November 22nd, we're back on the road in Phoenix, man. That's going to be a good one. And then November 25th and 26th, we got back-to-back games at San Antonio Spurs. So we get San Antonio. Now, we get done with them early. We play all 4 games in the month of November. All 4 games against San Antonio are in the month of November. On the 20th, all 3 games against San Antonio in the month of November. We play them on the 20th, and then again we got back-to-back games at San Antonio on the 25th and 26th. The 28th of November, we're back at the house to take on the Indianapolis. I almost said the Indianapolis Colts. It's football season, man. I'm trying to shift. Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers come to the house on the 28th, and then on the 30th, the final game of the month of November is against the Portland Trail Blazers. So there it is. There's the month of November. New Orleans, Utah, Cleveland, Utah again, the Clippers, the Kings, Brooklyn, Detroit, San Antonio 3 times in the month of November, Phoenix, Indiana, and Portland. All right, so there's some games in there that we have to win, man. One thing the Lakers did, they had a soft schedule coming out last year, right? And we dropped a lot of those games. You remember all those games against OKC and San Antonio, all them games that went to double overtime and triple overtime, and we were losing them. Well, this year we got to take care of business, man, because the West is going to be tough, man, and we got to get those games. Those games against teams like San Antonio, they're in full tank mode. We all know it. They traded away everyone. They traded away DeJounte Murray. We even got Lonnie Walker from them. They didn't even keep Lonnie Walker, man. They got rid of everyone. So those games, we got to get it, man. And those are 3 games there against San Antonio. We got to win those games. Detroit, that's a young up and coming team. We got to win those games. We got to beat those games. We got to win those games, man. Sacramento, we got some games in Indiana. We got some games in there against some teams that are not good that we need to win. All right, we got to get W's. We got to get W's. We got to get W's. We can't be like last year. We cannot be like last year. Hello, Leon and M. Welcome. Right, Reg. I'll be right there with you, bro. I'll be right there with you. Now, I will say this, man. We will be doing some giveaways this year, man. We love to give away Lakers tickets here. We love to give away Lakers merch here, for those that are out of not in Cali. Reg Dog, I know you're here in Cali, man. So, man, we love to get you to the crib, watch some games, man. So stay tuned, man. After we run through the schedule, I'll talk a little bit about that. But, man, we're going to have a good time this year, man. We're going to do some giveaways here. We're going to give away tickets. Now, let's move into December. Here we go. The 3rd month of the season. We kick things off December 2nd at Milwaukee. Now, that's a big one. At Milwaukee, December 2nd. December 4th at Washington. We're in the nation's capital to take on the Wizards. Kyle Kuzma, Bradley Beal, all them cats. December 6th, we're in Cleveland. December 6th, LeBron returns to Cleveland, his lone trip to Cleveland of the year. So that's a nice one to look out for. And then that's a back-to-back because that's the first game of a back-to-back because on the 7th, the next night, we're in Toronto. So we go from Cleveland up to Toronto. And then December 9th, we're at Philly, man. So we got a tough stretch right there. At Philly. And then we end this road trip. That's a long road trip. We end the road trip on the 12th against the Detroit. We're in Detroit. Remember last time what happened when we were in Detroit? That's when that fight happened, right? You remember LeBron and I forgot dude's name. Help me on the names, guys. But yeah, y'all remember that? Malice in the Palace Part 2. So yeah, man, there we are. We got what? Opening up the month of December. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we got 6 road games. So that's a nice little road trip right there, man. At Milwaukee, at Washington, at Cleveland, at Toronto, at Philly, and then we ended at Detroit. And then finally on the 13th, we come back home. Yes, December 13th, we come back home to take on the Boston Celtics, baby. Yes. The rivalry will be renewed for the 2022-2023 season. That's the first edition of that rivalry against the Celtics. We will definitely be giving away some tickets for that game, December 13th. Circle that one, man. Boston's coming to town. And again, we will be giving away some tickets to that one. We'll talk about it a little bit later. But there we go. 12-13 at home versus Boston. December 16th, we're at home to take on the Denver Nuggets again. December 18th, we're at home to take on the Washington Wizards. December 19th, we're a quick trip to Phoenix to take on the Suns. December 21st, we're at Sacramento. December 23rd, we're at the house to take on Charlotte. And then Christmas Day, 12/25, we take on the Dallas Mavericks. But we're on the road this year. Normally, the Lakers always get a home game. We normally always get a home game on Christmas. But this year, we're on the road. We're in Dallas. LeBron versus Luka. That's going to be a nice one, man. That's going to be a nice one. Of course, nationally televised Christmas Day game, 12/25 at Dallas. 12/27, we go to Florida to take on the Orlando Magic. Another we got to win. 12/28, we're staying in Florida, go down south to South Beach to take on the Miami Heat. And then we finish up the year. 2022, 12/30, December 30th at the Atlanta Hawks. All right, so there it is. There's the December schedule. Again, we open up with a 6-game road trip at Milwaukee, at Washington, at Cleveland, at Toronto, at Philly, at Detroit. Sorry guys, man. I'm in my studio's in the garage, and I got the garage door open. It's a hot day out here, and man, the flies are swarming me. At Philly, and then at Detroit, we end that 6-game road trip to start December. Then we got Boston, we got Denver, Washington, Phoenix, Sacramento, Charlotte, at Dallas, at Orlando, at Miami, at Atlanta to finish out the month of December. Let me see what we got in the comments. I love to go to a game with you too. All right, Reds Dog, man, we gonna make that happen for real, for real. We gonna give away a lot of tickets, but bro, salute to you, man. You're my boy. We're solid. So yeah, we probably just get you in the building just regardless, bro. For real, man. So we'll chop it. We'll chop that all up. But we will be giving away some tickets, which we'll talk about in a second. Now let's move on to the year of 2023, baby. Yes, the year of 2023. Here we go. January 2nd. The Lakers are on the road again. Of course, they finished the year out on the road, right? And now they continue. The road trip continues. January 2nd, they're at Charlotte. January 4th, they're at the house to take on the Miami Heat. Hold on, guys. The Miami Heat. January 6th, they're at the house to take on the Atlanta Hawks. Man, that's a young, fun, and exciting team. So that's going to be a fun game right there. DeJounte Murray, Trae Young, man, I'm looking forward to that one. Trey Collins, all them cats. That's going to be a fun one right there. That's at the house. January 7th, we're at Sacramento, so that's a back-to-back. That's the second night of the back-to-back there at Sacramento. And then January 9th, we're at Denver again. January 12th, Dallas comes to the house. Luka and Dallas comes to the house. January, we're at the house to take on the Philadelphia 76ers. James Harden, Joel Embiid and company. Then another back-to-back. Okay, so Dallas, yeah, that's a back-to-back. Dallas on the 15th, and then Philly on the Dallas. No, I'm tripping. Okay, that's the first night of back-to-back. So sorry, I'm reading the screen just like y'all. Dallas. So we got Philly on the 15th, and then on the 16th we got Houston. So there's your back-to-back. So the 15th, Philly, the 16th, Houston. But that is at the house. That is at the crib. So that's good to know. The 18th, Sacramento. The 20th, the Memphis Grizzlies. The 22nd, January 22nd, we're at Portland. January 24th, the Clippers again. And then January 25th, it looks like that's the final game against the Spurs. And then January 28th actually starts the Grammy trip. January 28th, the Lakers are on the road. We know it's the annual Grammy trip, right? January 28th at Boston. January 30th at Brooklyn. And then January 31st at New York. So we got the two New York teams on a back-to-back. So at Boston on the 28th, at Brooklyn on the 30th, at New York on the 31st. And then let's keep it pushing to February. The 2nd of February at Indiana. The 4th of February at New Orleans. And that will end the Grammy road trip. So you got Boston, Brooklyn, New York, Indiana, and then New Orleans. That's the Grammy trip for this year. All right. So there it is. And then the Lakers come back home on the 7th of February to take on the OKC Thunder. Right. That's the one we got to get. The 9th, Milwaukee comes to town. Giannis, Chris Middleton, and all them cats, they come to town on February 9th. February 11th at Golden State. So we're back up north. February 13th at Portland. February 15th versus the Pelicans. February 23rd versus Golden State. February 26th at Dallas. And then February 28th at Memphis. So there's your February schedule. All right. We end the Grammy trip with 2 games on the road at Indiana, at New Orleans. Then we come back home to take on the Thunder. Milwaukee comes to town. Then we go up north to take on Golden State. And then we go further up north to take on Portland. And then we come back to the house against New Orleans, Golden State. And then we go to Texas to take on Dallas. And then we end the month of December, February 28th at Memphis. All right. So there's February for you. There's February. There is February. What up? LA Sports Live. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, bro. Welcome in. We're running through the schedule really fast. Here we are, the month of March. March 1st. Oh, sorry. And then also keep in mind in February, you have the trade deadline. So somewhere, I think the trade deadline is normally like around February 9th, somewhere around there. So keep that in mind. Let me go back to February. So again, on the 9th, we play Milwaukee. And then on the 11th, we play Golden State at Golden State. So I think that the trade deadline will be somewhere in there, somewhere in the. I know it's in the month of February for sure. I want to say it's somewhere around like mid February around that time. So you got that in there. Of course, you got the All Star break in there as well. So keep that stuff in mind. All right, for February. Let's keep it rolling. March 1st at OKC. March 3rd, back at the house to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then the 5th of March, Golden State comes in. And then the 7th of March, Memphis comes in as well. And then March 10th, Toronto comes in. March 12th, the New York Knicks. We got the New York Knicks at the house. So we got a nice little homestand right there. We open up at OKC, but then you got Minnesota, Golden State, Memphis, Toronto, New York, all at the house. All right. So we get a nice chunk of games there at the house. Before we hit the road on March 14th, we're going to Louisiana, New Orleans, to take on the Pelicans. And then the 15th, we're at Houston. The 17th, we're back at the house to take on Dallas. Then the 19th, Orlando at the house. The 22nd, Phoenix at the house. The 24th, OKC at the house. The 26th, Chicago at the house. Oh, so we got a little Chicago two-step. So we got them on March 26th at the Crib, right? And then the next game, March 29th, we play Chicago again. So we got a back-to-back against Chicago. Not back-to-back in terms of nights, but, opponent. So the 26th, we play Chicago at home. And then the 29th, we play Chicago in Chicago. All right. So that's something to keep an eye on right there. Back-to-back against Chicago. And finish out the month of March at Minnesota. So it looks like the Lakers got a lot of home games there in the month of March, which is expected. You got the Grammy trip in February. They're on the road a lot. And then you remember to start December, they were on the road for 6 games. So the month of March will be at the house a lot. We started out at OKC, but then we got Minnesota, Golden State, Memphis, Toronto, New York, all at the house. Then we go to New Orleans and Houston, and then we come back to the house, back to the Crib, against Dallas, Orlando, Phoenix, OKC, Chicago, and then we finish up the month at Chicago and at Minnesota. So that's the month of March for you. And then finally, the final month of the season, we got April 2nd at Houston, April 4th at Utah, April 4th at we play the Clippers. The Clippers are the home team. And then on the 7th, we got Phoenix. And then the 9th, we got Utah. So there it is. There's the schedule. So we finish things off with some teams, that we should beat, So I don't know how close things will be, how close the race will be come April, but it may be close, man. The West is close. So we may be a win or a loss away from moving up or moving down in the standing, man. Or, a win or loss away from having home court advantage. Or, God forbid, the play-in tournament. I'm not trying to go through that this year. I'm trying to get locked in at one of those, top 6 seeds or whatever, if you will. But, there's April. So April could be kind to us, man, if we are close. We got Houston. That's a game you should win. Utah, they're rebuilding. I think Donovan Mitchell will be gone for sure by then. If he's not gone at the start of the season, then I believe he'll definitely be gone by the trade deadline. So by April, for sure. You got Utah in there twice. You got the Clippers. That'll be a tough one. Then you got Phoenix. So, man, there it is. There's a schedule for you guys, man. That's all 82 games. All 82 games for the season. We ran through that real fast, man. Yeah, we ran through that. There it is, man. It's kind of hard for me to do some predictions. I think we'll save that for another video for the simple fact that I don't know what the roster is looking like, man. I don't think this is going to be our roster. The way we sit right now, I don't think that's the roster that we'll have opening night. So it's very hard for me to do some predictions. But, we definitely need to see a season much better than last year. What was it last year? 34, 36 games? Man, I can't even remember. I'm trying to move that season from my head, right, from my mind. So I don't even want to talk about it, but we definitely got to do better. better than last year, of course. And we need to get one of them top 6 seeds. So as currently constructed, I believe we can. I know a lot of people saying we can't. I believe we can because I think AD he'll be healthy this year and he's going to have a wonderful season. LeBron's going to be on a tear this year, right? We got some good role players this year. We got younger role players. We got Darvin Ham in there. So I believe that we can snatch one of those top. I don't know, man. The West is tough. The West is tough. I know we can make the play in as currently constructed, but I want to say we could lock down one of those top 6 seeds, right? Um, but we make some moves, man. We get rid of Russ, we bring in the right players, then I feel a lot more comfortable. A lot more comfortable. LA Sports Live says, "What up, Red Dog? We need you to roll if we go on that bus." Oh, right. So yeah, me and LA Sports Live, we're talking about going on that Grammy trip, man. We want to go to Boston, man. If we're going to Boston, we got to go to Boston deep. We got to go deep, man. So there it is, Red Dog. AC trying to recruit you for the Boston trip, man. We need all hands on deck for that trip. We got to go deep in there. They don't like us out there, right? They don't like us. They don't like us, and they don't like us. So we got 2 things going against us, man. So it may be a suicide mission going to Boston. Trump Law says Raptors are better. Man, you might be right. You might be right. We'll see, bro. We'll see. The Lakers still got some moves to make, so we'll see. We will see. Some things to keep in mind. Let's see. What we got? I got some little facts here for you guys on the Lakers schedule. Here's one of them right here. You see it scrolling at the bottom of your screen. It says the Lakers will fly 43,000 miles this season, which is 4,000 miles fewer than last year. There's a little fact for you about the Lakers schedule. The Lakers will fly 43,000 miles this season, which is 4,000 miles fewer than last year. I think the most amount of miles this year is like 46,000, and then I think the 3,000. So the Lakers are right there in the middle. 43,000 miles, 4,000 fewer than last year. All right, here's another fact for you about the Lakers schedule. The Lakers have 12 back-to-backs this year. So they got 12 back-to-backs. 12 back-to-backs. 12 back-to-backs. All right. Another one, most Laker home games fall on a Friday. There's 12 home games on a Friday, 12 on a Sunday, and 7 on a Wednesday. So there we are, all the Laker home games. They either fall on a Friday, there's 12 of them, a Sunday, there's 12 of them, or a Wednesday, there's 7 of them. And all those games are nationally televised games, I'm sure. I think Friday nights, they're on ESPN. I think they got ESPN. I think Friday nights, Sunday, it's ABC, right? ABC gets the games on Sundays, and then Wednesdays that's TNT, right? So yeah, there it is. Another fact for you, Lakers fact: Lakers have 14 fresh games, if you will, in terms of rest. So when I say fresh, what I mean is they don't play the game before, but their opponent does. So yeah, so that's something, right? When you got LeBron James year 20, that's a nice little something to look forward to. The Lakers have 14 fresh games in terms of rest, meaning they don't play the games before, but their opponent does. So, but then they have the opposite of that as well. They have some games where their opponent doesn't play and they play. So we'll see. All right. So Reg Dog says he's down, baby. He says he's down. So that Boston trip again is the 28th? The 28th, January 28th. So yeah, man, let's go. Let's get everybody. All hands on deck, man. We got to go in there deep, baby. We got to go in there deep. January 28th, Boston. That's gonna be fun. He says he's down. So let's get it. Lakers' longest road trip is 10 days, 6 games. That's that stretch of December 2nd through December the 11th. You remember that's opening up. December. They got a nice little road trip there. Let me get it on the screen for you. Where's it at? Where's that at? 1 second. Let me find it for you. So that's December. So here we go. December 2nd at Milwaukee, December 4th at Washington, December 6th at Cleveland, December 7th at Toronto, December 9th at Philly, and December 11th at Detroit. So that's the Lakers' longest road trip in terms of days. It lasts 10 days. So 10 days they'll be away from LA. And the longest homestand is 10 days as well. 5 games, 2 times each. All right. So there's another little fact for you. Trying to throw in a little Lakers facts for you about the schedule. And then here we are. Let me pull this up. The Grammy trip, the Grammy trip. So the Lakers annual Grammy trip. All right. It kicks off at Boston on January 28th. And then they go to New York for a back-to-back. First at Barclays in Brooklyn, and then at the Garden against New York. And then the Grammy trip continues in February at Indiana and at New Orleans. All right. So there it is. There's the Lakers annual Grammy trip. Of course, if you don't know, if you're new to being a Lakers fan, let me explain it to you really fast. So, of course, the Grammys, the music awards, the biggest music awards there are, those are hosted in LA at the Lakers home arena, right? At Staples Center or at Crypto. I keep calling it Staples. I'm always going to call it Staples Center. So it's at the Crypt. So because of that, the Lakers have to go on the road. The Lakers and the Clippers, there's no other events there. There's a lot that they got to set up for the Grammy. So, it's a nice extended road trip for the Lakers. So it's the annual Grammy trip. The annual Grammy trip that the Lakers go on every year. So there it is for you. Again, Lakers annual Grammy road trip begins January 28th at Boston, January 30th at Brooklyn, January 31st at New York. So you got Barclays and the Garden. And then it continues February 2nd at Indiana, and February 4th, it concludes in New Orleans. So that's the Lakers annual Grammy trip. There it is. There it is. There it is. What else we got? Manimal, welcome in, bro. Welcome. Salute my man, Lakers Earth. Salute to you, sir. Salute to you. Yes, Manimal says, let's go Lakers 2022, baby. Yes. So there it is, man. How y'all feel about the schedule, man? I hope you guys are with me. As I was rolling through it, I know we ran through it pretty fast, but how y'all feel about it? Again, it's tough for me to give some predictions because we still got some work to do, man. We still got some work to do on this schedule, on the team. The team still has some work to do. So, but let me know how y'all feel about it. I think the schedule's a little different than last year. Last year, the Lakers they gave the Lakers the easy schedule, coming out the gates, and it got harder, right, down the line. And the Lakers dropped a lot of games early that we should have won. A lot of those games, the easy games that we had, we lost them, right? And then, things got tough. We lost those. Now it's kind of evened out, right? It's kind of evened out, Coming out the gates, man, we come out strong. Golden State. Let me pull it up really fast. Hold on. Let me get something else on the screen for you guys. Let me pull up the opening schedule once again for you. October, right? October at Golden State. We got the Clippers. We play the Trailblazers. We got Denver, Minnesota, Denver. All those teams, are teams that want to be in the playoff push this year, right? They all want to make some noise in playoffs. Of course, Dame re-upped in Portland. They weren't in the playoffs last year, but Dame re-upped. He got a little help. The kid from sorry, I forgot his name. The kid from Detroit. He's over there now, right? So they're looking to put forth a strong season. Of course, the Clippers, right? We know what they are on paper. A lot of people have them. They're stacked, man, on paper. They're stacked. They probably got the best roster on paper, right? But the Clippers are always going to be the Clippers. So we'll see, man. Of course, Kawhi, he's returning after having another year off. So he's going to be nice and fresh. Paul George coming back. So they're looking to make some big noise. They're looking to be at the top of the West. And finally, this be their year. A lot of the NBA national media has this year as the Clippers' year. We've been hearing that since Kawhi's been here. I'm not buying that, but I'm not mad at their roster though, man. They do have a solid roster, so we'll see, man. Of course, you got the defending champions, Golden State. You got Denver. They're trying to make some noise this year, right? They're always up there at the top of the West, and they got to do it, man. Joker, he signed that super max extension, so they need to make some noise, man. It's time for them to make some noise. And then, of course, they got KCP over there this year. So nice little role player, former Laker champion. Then you got Minnesota. We all know what Minnesota did. They went all in. They went out and got Rudy Gobert. So they got the Twin Towers, Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns. They got Anthony Edwards over there. They got D'Lo over there and some other young players. So man, starting out right off the gate, man, we play some teams, all teams that should be in the playoff picture. Portland, I don't know. But man, we got to come out swinging, man. we got to come out swinging right out the gates, man. I want to go to Golden State. I want to play spoiler. Of course, that's ring night. That's a nationally televised game. TNT. The banners will be dropped. They'll get their rings that night. So let's go up there. Let's play spoiler. LeBron James, year 20. Then go up there, put on a 50 piece, drop a 50 piece, a 60 piece. AD, come out the gates, letting the league know that you're back. You're not going nowhere. Let the league know that this is your year, bro. And let's get it, man. So LeBron, AD, they should be on 10. And let's go up there and play spoiler, man. So there it is, man. Right? How y'all feel about October? Again, it's kind of hard to say because we don't know what the schedule's going to be. We don't know how the team's going to be. This is not the team that we're going to have, rolling into camp or rolling into the season. So I know it's kind of hard, but how y'all feel about that October schedule, man? Let's see. Manimal, let me get to these comments. Tough schedule, man. Maybe 5th or 6th seed at best. I hear you, bro. I'm with you. Now, LeBron James, they're not going to focus on being the top seed, right? And although you got Darvin Ham in here, so it may be a little different, LeBron, we just want to get into the dance and we want to be healthy. I want to dodge that play-in tournament. I don't want no parts of that. And you get the 6th seed, the 5th or the 6th seed, you dodge that, right? The top 6, they avoid that play-in tournament. So, man, if we're 5th or 6th seed, I'm good with that. I'm happy with that, bro. I'm happy with that. If we're the 5th seed, then we'll match up. If we're the 5th seed, we'll match up against the 4th seed. And then if we're the 6th seed, we'll obviously match up with what the 2nd seed, right? So, yeah, man, I'm with you. Again, I want to see how the roster's going to look, man. What move we're going to make, because that'll determine a lot, man. That will determine a lot. Let me roll back up. I am pretty positive when Bron signed the extension, we're getting Kyrie. Right, we talked about that a little bit earlier. We went live on it, but when we jumped on here to tonight's live, we did, of course, if you guys don't know, LeBron did sign that extension, a 2-year extension. He has a player option on the 2nd year. So, the 2nd year, the 2024-2025 season. So, next 2 seasons, man, he's locked in. He'll finish out this year, year 20, right? This is year 20 for him. So he'll finish out. That's the old contract, and then the new contract will start next year, the 2023-2024 season. That'll be year 20. That'll be year 21 for LeBron. So we got LeBron locked in for year 20 and year 21. And then 2024-2025 season, he has that player option. Of course, we all know he wants to play with his son, Bronny. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, back to what you were saying. Kyrie, man, I don't know. We'll see. I hope you're right. I hope you're right, man. I know Kareem, he talked about it a little bit. I think they're going live shortly, so we're not going to be on here too much longer. We can head over there and rock with them boys over there, right? But I know he believes that, I talked to him earlier. He said he believes that Kyrie's on the way because he says LeBron wouldn't have signed, so early if not. So, man, we'll see, man. I hope you guys are right. It does, it is something to look out for, man. And it does excite me because I was starting the last week or so as AC LA Sports Live. I was kind of getting off the Kyrie bus. I was thinking it's not going to happen because Brooklyn is BSing. So I started looking at those other options. Let's look at Utah. Let's look at Indy or whatever else, man. But, that the fact that LeBron did sign so early, that could mean something, man. So you might be right, Manimal. You might be right. Lakers fan for life. Welcome in, bro. Welcome in. Manimal says Clippers got depth, solid wing depth, but they lack a big man. That is true. They are loaded, loaded at wing, right? They are loaded. So if Kawhi does go down, or if let's go down. They got some guys to throw in there, right? But you're right, man. That last part of what you said, they lack a big man. They lost their big man. What's his name? They lost him this year. And then they still got Big Zubac over there. But AD, they don't have an answer for AD. AD should dominate against the Clippers. That's my, if it comes down to us and the Clippers, that's why I'm confident. I'm confident because we got AD, and they don't got no answer for AD. Zubac ain't doing nothing with AD, man. AD's gonna crush them cats, bro. AD's gonna crush those cats. Crush them. So yeah. But you're right, man. The Clippers are loaded, man. They are loaded. Let's see. Clippers don't got no chance. You got Kawhi and PG, 2 dudes who blow 3-1 lead. Right. Those are facts, bro. The Clippers are always gonna clip. They're loaded. They got a roster, but they're gonna find a way to screw things up. So yeah, I'm not saying don't be worried about them, but I'm just saying, the Clippers gonna clip. Manimal salute, stay out of Hong Kong. Got a little inside joke there. All right, what we got? What we got? Kawhi Leonard and Andrew Wiggins are like same player. Oh, Lakers fan for life. That's an interesting take right there. You think they're the same guys? I mean, Andrew plays a lot more. Andrew plays a lot more. But yeah, Kawhi. I would say Kawhi's a little bit. Although Kawhi, I don't know. Kawhi's not the same. He's not the same that he used to be, right? Toronto, he won that championship. He hasn't been the same with the Clippers. Maybe that first year he was a bit. When I say the same, I mean, he was both two sides, a two-way player, a legit two-way player. Now his defense kind of slacked a little bit, right? Paul George takes the tough assignment now. Kawhi don't really take the tough assignment anymore. He defers that to Paul George, and Paul George takes that assignment. So but yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how Kawhi is. I know he did pack on a little muscle. I saw a little video of him a few weeks ago. He packed on some muscle. So we'll see. We'll see how they are, man. We'll see how they are. But I'm not worried about them, man. I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about them. Lake Show Pro Co. Welcome in, bro. Welcome in. Welcome in. Salute to you. Salute to you. Salute to you, man. We ran through the Lakers schedule. If you're coming in, a little late, or if you're watching the replay, man, sound off in the comment section. I want to know how you guys feel about the Lakers schedule. Tough schedule, but it's a mix. We got some tough ones. We got some that we should win. We just got to take care of business, bro. We got to take care of business. We ain't ducking no smoke. We want all the smoke. Year 20, LeBron James. We saw what he did last year. AD coming back. The Lakers aren't done yet. We're gonna make a move, so we'll see what move that is. We'll see what we'll do, but we ain't ducking no smoke. We want the Clippers. We want the Warriors. Young Memphis. We want all these cats, right? Let's run it through real fast. You got Golden State Warriors, of course. They're trying to run it back to back. You got the Clippers, right? They're a favorite for a lot of people, right? The Clippers. You got a young team like Memphis, right? They're trying to come up, right? Although they lost old boy with that that domestic charge. So that's a big blow for them. But you got Memphis there, right? You got Dallas, Luka and them, right? They lost Bronson. So we'll see how they bounce back. I still think they don't got enough, too much on Luka. They still need some pieces around him. But you got Dallas there. Utah, they should be a top contender that's fell off, so throw them out, right? They got rid of Rudy. It looks like Donovan Mitchell's going to be on the move real soon, and then they're going to blow things up there. So throw them out, right? But then you got who else? You got Phoenix, right? You got Phoenix. They re-upped with their big man, DeAndre Ayton. So they're running the back with Ayton, CP3, Devin Booker, Payne, and all them cats, right? So you got them there, right? That's 5 teams. Who else you got, y'all? You got San Antonio. They're done. New Orleans, they're a young up and coming team. They're going to be nice with Zion coming in, and then another year BI another developed year from BI. You got CJ there all year, so that's a nice squad, nice team to look out for. Who else? Who am I missing, guys? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, so he says they're both role players turned all-stars. Dang. So he's talking about Kawhi. Kawhi is a role player turned all-star. I mean, hey, I'm not taking nothing from Kawhi away from him. He's good. Andrew Wiggins as well, man. We'll see, bro. We'll see. I want to see how Kawhi bounces back, man. A whole year off, an entire year off. So I want to see how he bounces back, and then I'll let you know my thoughts on Kawhi. But there's some truth to what you're saying there. There's definitely some truth, definitely some truth. But Kawhi became a star early, right? That title year when they beat LeBron and them, when they beat Miami, Kawhi got he was the Finals MVP that year, right? And that's when they had Duncan and all them cats, Ginobili, all those cats. So he didn't shy away from spotlight, and then he did win one on his own, in Toronto. You can't take that away from him, Of course, Golden State, they were injured. They weren't full capacity. But he did get one. He did get one. Lakers fan once said AD is the GOAT power forward. Right. Lakers fan be having some takes. He be having some takes. But that one is wild right there. He could be. He could have been, but he just don't got that mentality, man. He don't put in the work to well, I'm not gonna say he don't put in the work. He just don't have the mentality to be the GOAT, right? But he got everything else, man. He got the size, he got the skill, he got the talent. He easily could be, he or could have been, but you know, if he gave us every season like he did, in the bubble down there in the bubble 2020, then yeah, man, that we could talk about that, have a conversation. But yeah, I gotta laugh at that one too, bro. I gotta laugh at that one too. All right, so again, let me talk about this real fast. We will do some giveaway. 1 second. Yeah, right. Reg Dog. Yeah, I love AD as well, man. He was one of my favorite players coming. When we got him, man, he was one of my favorite players. But since he's been here, 2020, I was stoked, right? But then he fell off, bro. He gotta want it more. You're right. And let's see, man. This is AD's season, man. We're gonna talk about AD in a separate video. We're gonna do a full breakdown, predictions for each player, as well as the team as a whole, Darvin Ham, all that. We're gonna do videos about that. Until the I'm trying to wait until we finalize our roster, right? Until we get this trade done and we figure out what we got, so I could do that. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna talk about AD. But this could be the year, man. This could be the year he could shut us all up, and make us all believers in him again, right? We all believed in him in 2020, 2021. The injuries. Now I will say this: last year the injuries weren't really his fault. They were freak injuries, accidents, right? That would have took anyone out. So I'm going to give him that. But this year, man, my eyes are going to be on that nigga real close, man, because I got to see what he's going to do. Stay healthy, of course. I feel like if Kobe was alive, AD would be more motivated to take over. That's just me. I'm with you, bro. That's not just you. I'm right there with you. I had this conversation a few times. I'm right there with you on that one, bro. I agree. And LeBron, his old past, it is. Lake Show Proco says Kyrie coming soon, hopefully, baby. That's right. LeBron signed that extension. So yeah, man. Yeah, I hope you're right. I hope Kyrie is on the way. I hope he's on the way. Dan, the Lakers fan, just said the Lakers are active in trade talks, right? Oh, okay. Is he talking about what they're doing? Now that you got LeBron locked in, man, let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Because a lot of people were hoping that LeBron was holding the Lakers hostage, right? And was like, I'm not signing until you move Russ, right? And a lot of teams, that we were in trade talks with, they were trying to hold that over our heads. Like, hey, man, you better give us those 2 picks, because you got LeBron over there. LeBron gonna walk, But hey, LeBron shut all that down. He signed the extension. So now, we got the leverage back. That little bit of leverage with that whole situation, we got it all back, LeBron is locked in now. So now let's be active with the trade talks, because again, this is why we need to be active with the trade talks, because next summer, we talked about it a little bit earlier, Reg, I remember, but next summer, the Lakers aren't going to have a lot of cap space. We're only going to have like $20 million to play with, as currently constructed with LeBron's salary, AD's salary, all that. We're not going to have that max slot anymore because LeBron opted in, of course, and he opted in at a higher amount. So, and then with the other guys you got on the roster, THT, which THT can be moved, right? And then the younger guys, the rookies, all the holds, exceptions, all that stuff. We're going to have about $20 million next summer to play with. So now the Lakers need to go all in, man, all in, because let's start with Kyrie. A lot of people said, well, if the Lakers don't trade for Kyrie this year, then he'll come next year. We'll sign him next year. We're not going to have the money to sign him next year. We're just not. We will have to. We're not. We're not going to have the money to sign him next year. So we need to trade him. We won't have that max slot. We won't have that max slot next year to trade him. However, if we do execute the trade and we do bring him in, we'll get Kyrie's bird rights, so we can still offer him that max contract. So we got to go all in and we got to trade. Get the bird rights so we can offer him that max. Because again, with the bird rights, with having Kyrie's bird rights, we can go over the cap to retain him. You could go over the cap to retain your own players. So he'll be one of our players, So if we want Kyrie, we got to go all in right now to get Kyrie. And now that LeBron signed, I feel more comfortable. If we got to take Joe Harris or whatever the case may be, I'm fine with it. Now we got LeBron locked up. All right, so the Lakers can be really, really aggressive now, but not desperate. We're not desperate anymore. LeBron signed, so we are not desperate. We got LeBron, we got AD. Next season, we could have 20 million. Plus we won't be over the cap next season. So our taxpayer MLE, which the money we gave Lonnie Walker, that 6 million we gave it to. We gave it to K Nunn, right, the year prior, and then we gave it to Lonnie Walker this year. That 6 million taxpayer mid-level exception. Next year, that's going to be a full MLE. So next year, that 6 becomes the 11, right? So the Lakers are real confident, man. Even if we had to go, we didn't get no one, right? And we went into next season, we'll have 20 million, like $20 million to play with. Plus, we'll have that full MLE. The full MLE. Let me tell you what type of player that could get you. PJ Tucker. That's what Philly got this year. Philly got PJ Tucker on that full MLE. You're telling me, if we had that available for us, PJ Tucker wouldn't have made a difference on this team? Come on, bro. That's a big player, man. You could get a quality player there, right? You already got the stars. You got AD. You got LeBron. You could get a real quality player with that full MLE, man. Imagine PJ Tucker on this team, even with Russ on the roster. I'm a lot more confident in that roster with someone like PJ Tucker there, right? And that's just the full MLE. You still have like $20 million to play with as well. And then also because you're under the cap, you open up some other exception. There's some other exception out there. I forget what it's called, but it's like a $4 to $5 million exception as well. So, there's a lot we can do with that money next year. Now, again, it all hinges on what we bring in. We don't know what we're bringing in. If we're bringing in Kyrie, throw all that off the table. We're going to be a taxpayer team. We're going to be over the cap again because we got to re-up on Kyrie and all that stuff, right? But if you're bringing in some of these role players like a Bogdanovich, whatever his name is, the guy from Utah, you bringing him in, that's an expiring contract. Patrick Beverly, expiring contract, right? Buddy Hield, he has 2 years on his deal, but that contract is movable. We can move that next summer if need be. If he plays well, right? And then what else? Some of these other cats, Jordan Clarkson, if you got him from Utah, I think that contract is movable as well. We can go ahead. I'm fine with going, now that we got LeBron locked up, I'm fine with going ahead and spending that 20 million, the 20, 25, whatever it is, million that we'll have in cap space. Just, I don't want to go over the cap because I want to have that full MLE next year, that I don't want to have that taxpayer MLE. I want to have the full MLE because you can get a really, really, really good player with that money, man. A difference maker. You could get a quality player who's a difference maker with that money. Again, case in point, PJ Tucker. That's what Philly did with their MLE this year. Their full MLE. They went out and got PJ Tucker. Imagine a PJ Tucker on this squad, right? Let me see. Bron was the first domino to drop. Get ready for some player movement. There we go, baby. I know KD kind of has the league tied up. Hey, Reg, is Kareem on yet? Let me know when Kareem is on so we get off here. But yeah, Bron was definitely the first domino. I know KD has the league. He's holding the league hostage. But let's see what the Lakers do, man. Let's see what the Lakers do. This is a big burden, a big monkey off our backs, right? I wasn't worried. I kind of figured LeBron would sign, regardless of who we got. He knew the situation. He saw them trying to make moves. The Lakers are willing to get Kyrie. They're willing to go all in. I think they're willing to give the picks. But, it's just, if we couldn't do it, it's on Brooklyn, right? It's on Brooklyn, right? So I believe LeBron was all in. Regardless, but I didn't expect him to sign so soon. So now that he did sign so soon, yeah, man, you may be right, man. You may be right. Some players may be about to move, man, and hopefully one of them is Kyrie. hopefully. So this does give me some optimism, some hope on that. But if not, I think the Lakers they got other deals on the table. We got options. It's not like Kyrie is the only option we got. We got other options for some role players, all that good stuff. And I know a lot of people like LA Sports Live. I know he's one of them. He prefers to do that. He prefers to build that depth up, right? That, go after the role players and get some depth in here, right? Elder, I know he feels the same way. he prefers to get some depth as well. So we'll see, man. We got options, and we'll see how much longer the Lakers hold out and wait on this Kyrie situation before they decide to go on and move. Go on and do something else. Let me see. There is something that I wanted to read about the schedule really fast. AC sent this to me earlier, LA Sports Live. Let me read this about the schedule. So from from Thanksgiving, just before Thanksgiving to after New Year's Day, the Lakers have a stretch where they play 16 out of 22 games on the road. The league schedule makers packaged a major test for first-year head coach Darvin Ham's team as a holiday gift. Man, that's via Dave McMenamin. He observed that. So from Thanksgiving to New Year's, 16 of the Lakers' 22 games are road games. So, man, they're going to be on the road. That could be a good thing or that could be a bad thing. We got a younger team this year, so we don't have a lot of vets. We got a younger team. Last year, we had all those veterans, so we thought the Lakers should have been one of the best road teams in the league, right? Because these guys are vets. So now we got younger guys, so we'll see how those younger guys respond on the road. It could be a good thing, with that energy. They're going to bring that energy and that effort, something that we didn't have last year. So you can definitely use that on the road. That's very much well needed on the road. But the fact that it is Darvin Ham's first year as head coach, that's very tough, man. So we'll see how that plays out. But again, 16 of the Lakers, 22 games from Thanksgiving to New Year's, all on the road. All right, Kareem just came on. All right. Thank you guys, man, for coming through. Again, we're going to give away some tickets. So we're bringing it back this year. We did it last year. Every month, man. Every month. We're going to open up the DMs and everything. We're going to do a competition every month. You send me in the Lakers record for that month. Whoever gets it right, man, you win some Laker tickets. So, for instance, I don't know if we're going to do it in October because it's a short month, but probably November. That'll be the first time we do it. So like we'll have full details, but I'll talk about before we go. So say for instance, for the month of November, I want you guys to send me in the Lakers, your predictions, what the record's going to be. If the Lakers play 12 games, the Lakers can go 12-0. They can go 11-1. They can go 6-6, whatever the case may be. Send it in to me, bro. And if you're correct, man, we're going to give you some tickets for the following month. So for instance, November, if you're correct in November, then you'll win tickets to a game in December. All right. That's how that goes. We're going to do that every month for the months of November, December, January, February, and March. Every single month. September and April, we won't do it because it's a shorter schedule. We may do it for September, we may do it for October. I'll let you guys know. But man, we'll do a separate video talking all about that. We did it last year. We're going to do it again this year. It's my way of giving back to you guys. If you're not in LA, we'll give you some tickets to when the Lakers come to your city. Or we'll give you some Lakers merch. Maybe you want a LeBron jersey, AD jersey, hopefully a Kyrie jersey, a Mamba jersey, Pau Gasol jersey, which being retired next season, March 7th. Whatever the case may be, man, we're going to give away a lot of stuff all year long. But that ticket giveaway, predict the Lakers record for the month, and we're going to give away tickets, man. So again, we'll talk all about that, man. So make sure you guys are locked and loaded here. If you're watching the replay, make sure you're locked and loaded. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell, so you'll be up to date, all season long, man, for all the giveaways, all the Lakers coverage, all that good stuff. All right. And when the news drops that a trade is done, then we'll be here to talk all about that as well. That's right, bro. Free tickets. I know a lot of people give away cash and all that good stuff. We'll do some of that as well. But, I like to give you something a little different over here, right? A little different, I want to get you in the crypt. I want to get you down there in the premiere section, where you could, see all the stars and all that good stuff, man, and enjoy some beer and enjoy, seeing LeBron, AD, and all these cats up close and personal. So we'll have full details all about that stuff. But I wanted to make mention of it. And we're about to get off of here, man. You guys head on over to the Kareem Report, man. The Kareem Report, he's live now. He's going to break down the Lakers schedule. He's going to break down this LeBron James news, Kyrie news, all that good stuff, man. He's one of our brothers here on the channel. So everybody head on over there and let's rock with Kareem. We're about to get off of here now. and head over there ourselves. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. If you're watching the replay, man, let me know, man. Let me know in the comment section. I want to hear your thoughts on the schedule. I want to hear your thoughts about everything that's going on, and whatever else you guys got to say, man. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Well, once again, man, thank you guys for coming through. Purple and gold till we die. Purple and gold we ride. I bleed purple. My heart beats gold, baby. It's Lakers over everything. We'll catch you in the next one. But before we go, we ballin'.
What's up, Lakers fans?
What up, Laker fam?
Laker fans.
Let's go, Lakers!
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
We ballin', but it's purple, heart is gold, baby. We ballin', ain't nobody in the world that can stop us.
LA, I got us. Who with me? Let's roll.
Oh yeah, you already know.
You know what they yell when they see me?
Hurling go, hurling go.
This is Diane's on my way to the
Slam dunk.
gonna hate her like who
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, champions of the spot. Watch how they watch us. Meet me at the top.
LA, baby.
Nah, we ain't gon' stop. LA be like,
Hey.